Hey!
This is JJ and Alex.
I made a name for myself, I told you I won't be denied.
As you wrap up your day, it's time to get your fix of the teams you live for and the sports you love. This is JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome on in, everybody. Happy December 22nd. Darn right warm outside. I have a tea time tomorrow. I would have had one today, but here we are. JJ, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm enjoying that blessing of weather we have.
Oh,
out
I
there.
thought you were about to say the
Look, if
famous
you can't
Idaho
have
Potato
a white
Bowl.
Christmas, I'll take the 60s in December.
why
I'm
not?
good with that.
I was wondering, too, because I'm looking at my car. It's saying the temperature, and it was like it kept saying 67, and I was like,
no way, right?
Maybe that's just what the temperature was in the garage. And then I'm just continuing to drive. And I'm like, nope, it's 67 outside. So welcome to your warmest December, probably, or your December 22nd on record. I would assume it'd be close to that. JJ and Alex here with you. Thanks for hanging out with us. The postgame of Utah State and Washington State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl is going on right now over on 1280 AM. If you want to tune into that. Aggies fall 34-21, the final there in Boise. Real quick, JJ, your assessment of Broncos' first year in Logan and what you predict kind of for the next, at least short term for this Aggie team is, at the end of every year, you've got things resetting. You've got players who didn't play in the game. You have a coaching staff that at least is going to stick around. And I think the solid part of Bronco and his guys coming through here, I think you should be excited about a 6-6 regular season. You get to a bowl. But the first year for the Aggies under Bronco Mendenhall, your thoughts?
It was a success. Today wouldn't have changed that one way or the other. Today was an exhibition bowl game. Players get rewarded for a nice season. They went 6-6, and they were so close to being even better than that. Obviously, you remember the UNLV game where they had a chance to win that game, and the field goals went awry. They let Boise State off the hook in that regular season finale. This team was even better than the 6-6 record that they put out there, in my opinion, and they were really well coached. A great year for Bronco Mendenhall in year one. He's got a great staff, and now if they have some consistency on that end, they can go out and make some changes that they need to personnel-wise. They had a massive turnover last year with players. And for them to put together a 6-7 season, I guess is what it's going to end up being. It's a 2-game improvement over last year, and to be able to do that with so much turnover was pretty remarkable. Now, what does Utah State have to do moving forward? Well, you're going to go into the new Pac-12, which is going to be even more competitive when you're adding when you're adding all these teams to Oregon State and Washington State. Basically, every state west of the Mississippi is joining this conference, including Texas State. It's going to be really competitive and really good. G5 football.
Yeah.
And Utah State's going to have to be able to keep up with that. Right now, funding wise, they're behind, and they got to kick that up. They got to go out and raise some NIL and go out and find some talent. Specifically, offensive line, they've got to be better in the trenches. Definitely on the offensive line, they got to have more depth and more talent there, and they got to go find a quarterback. I think that they probably need to dip into the portal for that as well. There are there's Isaac Wilson out there. There's some good talent out there they go get if that's what they want to do. Conover, you saw him today go in there and play well. He's a graduate transfer, so I don't know that that's an option with him eligibility-wise. And obviously, Bryson Barnes' last game was today. So that's my assessment of this season for the Aggies. A great success. Utah State fans should be really excited about the future with Bronco Mendenhall at the helm. And if the funding comes through, and that's everything right now in college football, it sucks. I hate talking about it, but it's the truth. If they can find more NIL money to go out and get a few of those players, they don't need to be able to have the NIL money to compete with everybody, but it's got to be more competitive and make some of those upgrades in those positions I mentioned, then Utah State will be able to compete for Pac-12 championships moving forward. The facilities are there. The right people are in place. They just need to be able to go out and get a few more players with NIL.
Well, it was a bummer to end the season on that. Those teams were extremely chippy, by the way. They hated each other a lot for no one caring about this game. Hey,
this is a conference game moving forward.
Future Pac-12
let's get
rivals.
This started.
Come on.
Remember, Utah State beat Washington State back in 2021.
There was part of me
on the Palouse.
There was part of me that wanted
history
them.
There.
There's part of me that wanted them to score on that last one because it got close that they almost did, and just the you know, you
What
would
was that?
I don't know. You would have gotten the Bronco Mendenhall going full Joe Glenn on the interim staff across the field. No, he would.
I guess Washington State said it's the fourth quarter.
Whatever.
We don't know.
Yeah, and look,
we have
they got
so
a
much respect for the Aggies.
Yeah.
They could come back and win this. We've got to go punch another one in.
They got a bunch of guys out there who I'm sure were there like, hey, let's get so and so in. Let's get the team manager in. Hey, put him in. Let's go. And it was a mess by the end. But here we go. We've got lots to talk about today. Aggies fall in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Do we need to get rid of bowl games?
Why are you asking that now? We already know the answer. We just watched a very good example. You said, "Oh, this is one of the keepers." Oh, you know why? Because he had too much. Because the Aggies were in it, and he was trying to save face and trying to be nice to the Aggie fans out there.
I like the French fry thing, but like.
We
were watching the game. It was like,
okay.
Is there a construction project in the end zone?
There is. They've got this whole expansion. It just looked like a mess. What a nice touch to be at a stadium that's rebuilding during the actual bowl game. I think I saw construction workers out there with their hard hats on while the game's going.
They're probably kicking the teams out of the locker rooms right now so they can do some demolition.
You've covered games in that stadium, and I have.
Yeah,
where
I've
you're
been
doing
there a
the
few
interviews.
times.
You're doing the interviews under the bleachers,
right?
Like that. I mean, that's already. But again,
it kind of sucks.
Just go off of. Here's how you do it. If the bowl gets sold out, it can stay. Okay. You will eliminate 97% of the games out there. If you can sell this game out, prove to me that this thing is a game, then yes. Because you won't get I mean, the reality is think about it. What games are even going to sell out? And so why is it important? Because ESPN Events says it's important? No. Don't just do it for the sake of doing it. The LA Bowl's going away. And you know why? Because 19 people were there this year at the game. Now, it was already announced that they weren't playing.
Why are we playing a bowl game at noon on Monday?
Because they know that there is a segment of America that is not at their office today. It's not segment. It's not this segment where Alex Nepolis, you and I are, or Parker, or Lloyd. Yeah, there are people working out there. But listen, it was nice today, though. I parked straight in the CEO spot today. No problem.
Today would have been a good day to take a sick day. Very good day.
I think we're getting a nice chunk of time off, though. So
yeah,
fine.
Were you the CEO of Bonneville today? Is that what you're saying?
I am.
You are?
I am.
Okay.
I'm parked there right now.
Okay.
Or whatever, it's some executive spot. But I parked across two of them, so it's actually two. I did the thing where I came in across two of those full spots.
Oh, that's brazen.
Oh, yeah. So we'll see. Just come tow it.
It's good to be the boss.
Come tow it. I dare you.
Checks the calendar. It's the 22nd. No one's towing that. No one's towing that.
By the way, bosses, I really didn't. I wasn't going to do that to you. All right. Let's kick off the show officially, though, with the cut. Let's get going here. We'll turn the page on the bowl game, and we'll get you going here. We have lots to talk about, bowl games or not. We have a lot to discuss, so let's jump in right here. Top of the program, almost to the top of the hour. Let's get it going right here with the cut.
It's time for the biggest story of the day. This is what made the cut with JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
And, of course, this portion of the show brought to you by Trajan Wealth, TRAJAN Wealth.com. That's Trajan Wealth for all your trusted local needs in retirement. TrajanWealth.com. All right, let's get into it here. The college football playoff. I mean, I had so much that I wanted to say, and it's gotten to the point, JJ, that I have I'm almost at a loss because of how much was in my mind watching these games.
You watched them?
Okay. That's a great question because I'll tell you why.
I can't wait to see the ratings come out.
Dude, it was hard to be a part of, and it was hard to convince myself, hey, Tulane, great job getting there. What a waste of a game in Oxford. What a waste of a game at Autzen. And I'll tell you right now, it didn't tell me anything about Ole Miss. It didn't tell me anything about Oregon. It didn't, and it frankly didn't tell you anything about Tulane and JMU that you didn't already think anyway. When it was 34-6 at the half, here's the thing too: you were up against two NFL games that day.
Yeah, that one of them might be the game of the year.
Yes, and so guess what? And who would have thought we'd have been talking about a Bears game being one of the games of the year?
Weird times we live in.
But it was absolute trash. And these are the premier games in college football right now.
It's unacceptable.
Absolutely not. And I'm saying, too, the Miami-Texas A&M game was a hard watch, and that was one of the ones of actual big
let's not let
programs.
them off the hook.
It was
that
bad
game was
football.
garbage. That sucked.
Texas A&M
The Aggies didn't belong there.
went 11.
I'm sorry.
Texas A&M went 11-0 this year, and then they've lost their last 2 games.
Who'd they play?
You have proven nothing. And Miami, by the way, this is what I love about Miami, is that they somehow are going to use this to be like, oh, yeah, I showed you we should have been here. They have to fix this thing, JJ. It has to get fixed because James Madison had no business playing up in Oregon and giving us a crap game. Tulane had no business being in Oxford for the second time this year, getting blown out for the second time this year.
You're a G5 who gets in the college football playoff, and your coaches are already out the door. Can you imagine teams making the playoff and you don't have your coach? I mean, your coach was there, but they're not there.
I mean,
Sorry.
which one are you talking about? Are you talking about Ole Miss? Or are you talking about
any of them?
Oregon's?
What are we doing here?
Oregon's offensive or defensive coordinator is becoming the the head coach at Cal.
It's the most important game of the season for you, and you've already made coaching changes. This is not just about the playoff selection and how this is done. This is a college football problem. College football is broken. Do we care, though? Because we tune in still. But we tune in because we love football. I'm not tuning in because I love this garbage, all this drama. Like these things are. It doesn't feel good. I kind of feel icky right now watching college. Right? Does any of you not feel icky watching a little college football these days?
It's a really tough thing because you can't compare the two really. But the unfortunate thing was
some of the stuff is off.
The unfortunate thing is that you had 2 NFL games going on. I mean, just jammed straight in between those 2 awful games. And we didn't watch any of – well, first of all, they're on True TV or TNT or whatever, right? So there's that part where you're like, all right, well, we already know what the score is here. We already know that the TV partners even know in their heads – these aren't big enough to put on big stations.
The only
here.
people that watch these games were the people that accidentally tuned in because they wanted to see Impractical Jokers. Hey, where's Impractical Jokers?
So I think that the way you put it, like you just feel it's not.
I wanted to watch Billy on the street.
It's not that it's just icky. It's that it just was not good football. And that's the thing we've been telling ourselves all year is that in the last 2 years, the 12-team playoff is going to get it done for us, and it's going to be exciting, and it's not. And if you think that a 16-team version of this is going to get any better for the first couple of weeks, no, but at least admit to the fact. And this is why you play them right after the season's over, because you have to just get these garbage games out of the way and over with.
Why do we have garbage games in the playoffs?
I don't because they're building it.
Something's got to be fixed.
I know.
You can't have garbage games in the playoffs.
But you're also going to have mismatches in the first part of any type of a playoff between 16, 24 teams. It's not going to work.
Wrong here.
Of course.
This is supposed to be the elite of the elite.
I just don't think you're going to be able to fix this thing.
It's best on best, right?
So
that's
now,
what we're supposed to be doing here. We're supposed to be crowning a national champion. These games should be massive events with 20 million people watching.
Here's the good news. I think that better games are on the way, but I actually don't know because I don't think Miami's very good. And the amount of I had to hear about Ohio State and Miami from 2002, like I could not care less about the animosity that might still exist because of a game that went into overtime for a national championship. It's fake.
2 decades.
It's fake. In Ohio State and Miami, you couldn't have 2 programs who like, I mean, you don't care about those 2 teams like as on a historical
We've
basis.
already seen Georgia Ole Miss.
I know, and that's why it's not fun to watch how this thing's playing out.
The only one that's intriguing is kind of intriguing, and then
that one's
Texas a game I'll watch.
The only reason that's intriguing too is because you have a team that everybody else is saying, yeah, they don't actually belong here, and Texas Tech might be able to go, hey, we're the off-brand team of this whole discussion, and we can prove you wrong, and we could beat this team. They could absolutely beat Oregon. Oregon's absolutely beatable.
Oh, in Lubbock? Well, it's not in Lubbock. It's in the Orange Bowl.
No,
Miami.
it's at the Orange Bowl. I just think that Texas Tech has heard way too much. They have too good of a defense, and I can't wait for that game. The other games, I kind of could miss. Like, call me when the semifinals are going. Call me when the national championship is on deck, because I'm not that excited about
the semifinals. Could be incredible.
But this first round,
it just goes to show you that we probably would have been better off this year with the 4-team playoff.
We had.
There's 4 elite teams, right?
Listen, We
Do
had
you want to include Oregon, Alabama?
no. Alabama looked like garbage.
Who outside the top 4 is elite?
I don't think any of them. So we had the Temu College Football Playoff this weekend, and now we might step it up to the Western Family brand of of games till we get to the branded
College
stuff.
football playoffs brought to you by Kroger.
Kirkland Signature brings you this round of the College Football Playoffs. All right.
Hey.
I won't rip off
I got
Costco.
a lot
It's
of
too
good Kirkland signatures.
So do I. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. There was this, though. I will say, when Malachi Toney scored a touchdown, thank heavens there was a touchdown scored in that game down at College Station. But this is what it sounded like, at least in my head, as it was played, because at least somebody got into this game.
Viene la jugada, jugadita de engaño con Malachi Toney por derecha, sigue Toney, pasó, sigue Toney, va a entrar Toney, señoras y señores, touchdown Miami, touchdown los Huracanes, con alma de niño y corazón de elefante, muchachos, las segundas oportunidades son así, Malachi Toney se pone la capa de Superman, los Huracanes están ganando.
All right, so the quick beats on the translation of that is, because it actually makes no sense. Okay, with the soul of a child, of a young child, but the heart of an elephant, Malachi Toney finds himself in the end zone, puts Superman's cape on, and scores a touchdown. You know, the comparison of the soul of a young boy and the heart of an elephant. Nobody's looking at an elephant and going, man, I wish we had the heart of an elephant. No one. That's not a metaphor. Still, though, you say somebody who's excited about that game, there you go. So that was the call in Espanol this weekend.
That was the highlight of that 10-3
really
barn
was.
burner.
Burn burner.
3 points in the first 3 quarters. Yawn.
The halftime.
Oh, it was windy.
I know.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. And they're all Miami's kicker right now is missing a field goal as we speak somewhere at practice.
Hot garbage.
All right, we'll take a break. Man, this Miami A&M game got me fired up, and I just got warmed up for that. And then the next day of game, or the rest of the day of games, was just absolute garbage. Hey, you know what isn't garbage? That 13-second overtime last night that the Mammoth pulled off that win over the Winnipeg Jets after being up 3-0, giving up 3 goals in that third period. They come back and they get the win in overtime thanks to the captain getting it done. We'll talk to Cole Bagley, Utah Mammoth insider for KSLSports.com. We've got you hooked up here. We're live on a Monday, 22nd of December. It's almost 70 outside. Enjoy it. We'll take the break. More to go. 97.5 KSL Sports Zone.